All right, everybody, Scoop P back again with another video. And today I want to do another video on the Tessie series. I know it's been a while, guys, and I do apologize. I'm going to start another series on my channel. I know my channel's been focused a lot lately on sports betting, but I may branch out to another channel. Please let me know if I need to do that. But I have it listed as playlists. So if you want more Tesla related contents, please look at the playlist that will have it for Tesla. But what I want to do today is I want to actually go over more of this Tessie app because I still believe it is a great app. If you see my last video when I went over the overall features, they do have some new features in there that I may do a recap video on that as well. But what I want to do today is basically look at some of my efficiency for my Model 3. I am part of a EV club. Really, I'm a part of a Tesla club in Atlanta, the Atlanta, Georgia area. So I'm part of Tesla owners of Atlanta, Tesla owners club of Atlanta. So I'm part of like two or three of those clubs, and then we some of the guys branched off into a smaller niche of just EV enthusiasts, and we did a mountain run this past weekend over in the Marietta Jasper area of Atlanta. So basically northwest Atlanta. In the mountains. So what I would, this is my first time really testing the efficiency of my Tesla. Just to give you this guys another background, I have a 2022 Model 3 long range, magnesium silver metallic. It listed was 358 miles, brand new, maybe a little bit less now. I have about 15,100 miles on it. Acquired it in June 2022. So yeah, and just to give you another update, I did a video is for the first about 7-8 months I only ran the aero wheels, and now I finally took the aero wheels off, and I'm running the wheels underneath the arrows, took those caps off. So stay tuned for another video that's coming shortly that's going to compare a similar trip to Florida with the aero wheels and without the aero wheels. So last year I took two trips to the Central Florida area, Daytona Beach and Orlando area. We're going back in like a month and a half. And I'm going to compare how my efficiency was going down there with the aero wheels compared to without the aero wheels. And it's around the same time period, maybe a little bit less, but we'll look at the weather. Did that play any factor? We didn't have any rain. But for today's video, guys, I wanted to focus in on this mountain run, see how efficient the car is on a mountain run. So as you can see here, I am in, let us go here. So once again, we're in the Tessie app. Don't want to jinx myself with the where my address is, but as you can see, the climate is 71 degrees. I'm at 28% battery. Don't really worry about all that right now. All of my charges, but I want to go to drives, and if we scroll down here and we go to the day that we did the drive, it was the 22nd of April. So as you can see, I left my home and left my home. And if you look right here, my home went to Marietta, Georgia. That was 49 miles. That wasn't part of the mountain run. I just stayed on the east side of Atlanta. So that tells me, just telling you how far I had to go from my house in this area all the way to here to get to a place to get to the mountain run. So it was, how many miles did I have to cover? 49.9 miles. So basically that is 50 miles that I covered. Went from 95% to 78%. Sounds about right. It took about $1.09 electric, $10 of fuel. My average speed was 46 miles. We did have a couple accidents. The max I reached was 88. And this tells you exactly how fast I was going at doing my trip. Only gained 33 feet elevation, and more to come on that shortly. As you can see, I use what, 70%, 17% of my battery. I charged pretty high because I knew I was going to do a mountain run, and then I had to come all the way back home. Okay, so it says so it took me 49.9 miles to get there, but I used 61.9 miles of actual range, so it's 81% efficient. I think that was good because I was trying to get there, right? I used 13.6 kilowatt hours of battery, and my average, just look at this, my average was 273 watt hours per mile, and for my car that's still pretty high even with the arrows off. I usually can average around 245 just driving around town, 245 watt hours. So as you can see, that put my car over the 15,000 mile marker, 69 degrees. Was inside the car. I did have the AC running. It was getting warm with all the glass. It said the outside temperature average was 67. So yeah, this is very, very good information here, and you can always export to CSV, and that's probably what I do next time. But going back, so let's go back. As you can see, we went there. Don't count this. So now after that, we went to a tent shop, did a whole entire tent shop thing. I should have some pictures overlaid On top of this, of the tent shop we went to, if you're in the Atlanta area and looking for tent, I recommend this place called Tent House. They did a demo, showed us around. I overlaid some pictures and videos on top of this as well. But just getting back to our video, we left there and we went to the Woodstock Supercharger. So as you can see, just another couple of miles down the road, only about 10 miles down the road to get to the Supercharger. And I was really pushing it then. So look at my average there. It was 361 because we was riding with a bunch of guys, and you know how you do, you just ride really fast. So as you can see, we were really pushing it. So 361 watt hours. I never averaged that. So that is a lot. And then we charged at the Supercharger for a couple minutes. Okay, so after that, we left the Woodstock Supercharger and we proceeded to our destination. It's called Burnt Out Mountain. Burnt Out Lookout, right? Burnt Out Lookout, and it's in the Atlanta area, and it's a nice area overseeing the mountains in Georgia. It's a place you could pull off on the side of the road, and you can actually view the mountain range and all the mountains. I should have, like I said, I have some more pictures and videos overlaid here. It's a great place if you do live in the Atlanta area, want to take someone to view. Nice windy roads for us. So this one we gained a lot of elevation. As you can see, we went. I'm clicking to it. As you can see here, we left the Woodstock Supercharger. So this right here is the Woodstock Supercharger in Woodstock, Georgia. Left at 88%. Got to the place at 68%. So used 20% of my battery for 48 minutes, 39.2 miles because we was really riding. But the crazy thing is we got stuck behind an RV that was going really slow, so we didn't get to push it as much. But you can see my average speed was 52 miles an hour. My max was 91. We got to cut loose a little bit. And some of the guys are really riding, guys. Got up to like 120. But we got to cut loose a little bit. We gained 1,500 feet of elevation because we went up the mountain. Terrific views of this mountain. So you see our peak was 2,543 feet of elevation. We used 20% of the battery. We were only 58% efficient because we were really pushing it. If you can see here, right? 381 watt hours per mile. Yeah, we were really pushing it. It was 70 degrees inside of the car, 71 outside temperature. So I think that was a successful trip. And once again, I'll link all of these things in the notes so you can see where we went, our route, what places we went to. We went to an ice cream shop. So after this was our first waypoint. We got to the top of the mountain. We looked over, took pictures, videos, drone shots. And then the fun began is that when we actually went down the mountain and we went through a bunch of twisties. So I can zoom in. So we see we leave there. So now we went from the lookout to an ice cream shop down at the bottom of the mountain. And see, this is only 22 minutes, but it was really, really fun. We took a little detour here too, but let's just look at this for a second. Can we see all the twisties? You can't see them all, but if you look here, you can see all the different twisties we had going back down the mountains, going around, especially in this area right here. Look at all those twists and turns. You got to really zoom in. You can see all of those twists and turns of the road. That was really fun, guys. That was really, really fun. And as you can see where we went to the ice cream shop. So we're from 68% to 63%. It was 22 minutes and 16 miles. Average speed was 46 to 82. I'm not the fastest driver. Like I said, some of the guys were really pushing it. We're going about 120. Maybe next time. I like to be safe. As you can see, we lost 900 feet. We was going back down to down below the mountain. Only used 5% battery. Range was 17. We was 91% efficient because we was going down, right? So think about that. And then look at the average watt hour per mile going down a mountain. Even though we were pushing it, we were going still had AC on, and we still only averaged 243 watt hour per mile. And that's what I usually average when I'm driving is 243 watt hour per mile. And as you can see, 16 miles on my speedometer. On my odometer, we 68 degrees inside, 65 outside because we was in the mountains. But yeah, overall, great trip. Great way you can zoom in and you can actually see everything that you need to see here. This app is great, guys. $4.99. I wish they would bring back a lifetime membership or lifetime access for like $50, $60, $70, $80. And I'll just pay it because I love these insights. This is the great thing you can see about the Tessie app is just having fun. I can label all of these items here. I can continue to look at when I left there to go home. Like, even on my trip home, we stopped at the ice cream shop. I went home. It was an hour and 53 minutes to get home. 81 more miles to get home. From 60% to 36%. We can look at this a little bit, right? You see where I had to go all the way home in the mountains of Georgia, all the way back to northeast Atlanta, right? if you look at it, my max speed was 85. I was trying to get home. Another 561 feet back down the mountain or back down to this side of town. 94% efficient. And looking at 81 miles, 86 miles, my energy was 234 watt hour per mile. And this car is super efficient. So this is what I normally use, but it was just speeding, like you said, when you speed, go up mountains, have fun, pushing it, braking hard. That's when you use a lot of your battery, right? So this car is super efficient, and it was still like 69 degrees outside. But yeah, thank you guys for like taking just looking at all the different areas that I go to in Atlanta. You can look at all of the analytics. I can zoom in on time, and stay tuned. I am going to have a dedicated video comparing my watt hour miles from my Florida trip. First, I'm going to do a video on just doing how much efficiency, what supercharging costs, just a total breakdown with all the analytics of what it took me to get down to Florida from Georgia, 2 separate trips. Then I'm going to do a comparison cost without the aero caps on my wheels, because we're going again in a couple of weeks. But if you see any other videos you would like for me to make, guys, please let me know. Any more videos you want me to do on the app? I'm going to try to do some watch features, because they do have some smart features on the app as well. You look at my battery, all these areas. But yeah, but let me know. And thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. We're going to have more Tesla videos coming up shortly. Appreciate all your follows and likes. And please leave any comments of any things you would like to know more about the app, more about the car, more about this driving EV lifestyle. I'm just a normal guy who got an EV, and I would like to make more videos for you. All right, thanks and peace.